We all want to understand the things we don't know. We want to understand the universe in a way that we don't understand it yet because of our curiosity. But because we are want to know everything by our curiosity, so we have to think and we have to find all the dimension, all the tangent which touch the curiosity. Like what are the things and what are the ways which are going through curiosity. Like I will give you some example. Like what does curiosity do? It lead us from confusion to clarity. That's what curiosity do. But now, because you know what is the most beautiful thing in the science or in the anything in the universe when we are going to understand is that suppose we are taking one thing to understand and we find one thing in it, then we should take the one thing and then we go to deeper in and then again deeper in and again deeper in, and we have to go as much as deeper in, as much as we can go. The more we go in deeper, the more we understand it at surface level to the universal level, to the atomic level, to the universal level. That is the best thing. So now when we are talking about that, what does curiosity do? It does that it will lead us from confusion to clarity. Now what comes here? What is the observation we get from this experiment or this measurement or this theory? That curiosity leads us from confusion to clarity. That what are the two poles we get here? One is confusion and one is clarity. So we have to think before understanding the whole concept. Before we have to understand our basic, like basic of confusion, basic of clarity. That what is mean by confusion, or it is okay to be confused, or it is not okay to be confused. Like you know, some people think that the people who know everything, like also there's some student in the class who know everything and who answer the question immediately. We think that is smart and that is genius, but that is stupid. Because the person who knows all the answer is the guy, boy or girl, whatever, that he or she may be not thinking anything out of the box. She maybe know all the answer in the books which is written in textbooks, but he or she is not thinking the question which is not in books. That can be possible. So what is the mean of confusion? So how they arise, confusion, clarity, how they arise. First come to confusion. How confusion arise? Confusion arise because of countless factors, but we can take some of them, like beliefs. If we are believing something which is not true, so from that belief we start getting some results, and because we believe something, so we don't question that thing, because we are believing. So because we are believing, we don't question that thing, and that is the root cause of confusion. Like let's take an example. Suppose if someone is believing that, you know, because we have a 12-hour day on earth, and if someone is believing that, you know, sun shine only 12 hours, so all the things, all the conclusion he or she will draw from this his thinking will all be wrong, and there will be many measurement and many experiment in the universe which will contradict that guy assumption. What he take that, you know, there is 12-hour day on earth, so he is thinking that sun is shining only 12 hours. So there will be many assumption, and because of his assumption there will be many experiment and there will be many phenomena which is going on in the universe which contradicts this. So the more they contradict, the more confusion will arise in that guy's mind. So beliefs is the one thing which increase the confusion. One part. Now there are countless things which can increase the confusion. One thing is limited amount of knowledge, and what I mean by limited amount of knowledge is not any bad thing. We are studying universe. That means that the we know at one point now next day we will know much more than that, and the more day will come, the more we will know much more than we are know now. So there is nothing wrong in knowing something, because in a certain time period we will know only something na. That is the point na, because only in some time we can acquire some knowledge, and in then some time we can ask several questions. But whatever we do, it will be some finite quantity. It will be some finite quantity. So the point is here, so if we have some finite quantity, okay, and if we have some limited bound of knowledge, so maybe it possible that if question is that if this question is, the answer of that question is not belong to the bound of knowledge. Suppose that we ask the question and the question is fly off from the bound of knowledge. Suppose let's take an example. Suppose we have a knowledge, and let us assume that it has a first floor house, okay, and question is something that which goes to, the answer of that question is on second floor. But the knowledge we have, the home we have of knowledge is have only one floor. So how can we know the answer? How can we know the answer? Because the answer of that question exists on second floor. So here will be confusion arise, because we don't have any knowledge. So we will go to the first floor and we will ask the question, what is the answer of that question, what is the answer of the question, but we will never find, because the answer belongs to second floor. So it is nothing wrong in that to know the finite, because we all know finite, because on finite time we are living, in finite space we are living. But as we move further and further and further and more that day is coming, we know much more than that. So that is the second thing about confusion, that it arises from the finite knowledge. So there can be countless examples we all can think about that, because I'm interested in more in showing the direction, that I show 1 and 2 examples. So now everyone can think that counter example. There is no need to show counter example, okay. And honestly, I'm not getting all the counter example at this moment right now. Yes, I will know if I will find if I thinking about that. But at this point, I only know these 2 example, okay. Now move further. Now move to that thing, that is it okay to be confused, or is it bad to be confused? Because what we all think about, when we are in our class and some teacher asks question, that what will be the answer of that, and some people in the class, they immediately raise their hand and say, sir, the answer of this question is that. So the answer of question is that. If we are, suppose some teacher is giving us some numerical, and suppose he is that value of that ball is m is equal to that kilogram, and every value of numerical, and the guy who done the calculation first, and he answered, sir, that answer is to 5, 6, 7 to the 10 to the power 11, and whatever the unit is. So we think that what he was the smartest guy in the class, that he answered everything immediately. But the interesting point is that these kind of people are genius, because genius is something that which that person is expert in some finite bound of knowledge. The real best thing, if someone is happy to be called, is creative person, okay. Because if we have knowledge and we are thinking some question which is out of that sphere of knowledge, if knowledge is a sphere, suppose if knowledge is a sphere, solid sphere, and we are asked, and all the student in the class are inside the question. Suppose we are in a sphere and all the class in a sphere, okay, and we all are asking question, all the class are asking question which only touch the highest surface of this sphere, which can only touch the highest surface of the sphere, but it is not going from out of this sphere. You are getting my point? So we all think that the guy, girl or she, whatever, the guy who shoot the stone to the highest height of this sphere, we think that guy is smartest. You are seeing how finite and how little we are thinking, that we all are living in a sphere, and the guy who shoots stone at the highest level, we think that guy is smartest. But that is not. Because if we are scientists, we have to move forward from earthly thinking to universal thinking. That the real best person is that who is thinking, who throw the stone at that height from that escape velocity, that it will tear from the sphere surface and it will run after the sphere. That is the real guy. who think out of the sphere of his knowledge or her knowledge. That is the real guy. So this we overcome the now point come is that it is okay to be confused or not. It is the best thing to be confused, because confusion is the first C in clarity. Confusion is the first step towards clarity. Suppose, because if we are not confused, okay, and if we are thinking that we know everything, why we will ask the question? Why will we be curious? Why we will be creative? Why will we seek answer of any of our question? Because the fundamental thing is that there will be no question in us. Because we have confusion, and because of that confusion, curiosity drive in us, curiosity born in our heart and soul and mind. Because of confusion and because of that curiosity, we seek the answer. So confusion is the best thing in the universe when we are driven by that confusion to in the direction of seeking answer of that question. So confusion is the best thing any life can have, but the life should have also the creativity and curiosity to reach the answer. So now we here complete the dimension of confusion, but we all can go count in infinite depth of that confusion, because we can go as much as deeper as we want. Now come to that point, how we can reach to the clarity, because we start from here like a projectile motion. We started from confusion to clarity. This is the, suppose this is the earth, suppose this is a beach, okay, and this is the beach of ignorance, and we are standing here and here is confusion, and this is beach of knowledge, okay, and there is a one projectile motion from here to here, okay, from unknown to known, okay. So we are on that beach and we are on that beach of clarity and that beach of confusion. So now we think, thought about and study about the confusion. Now we are studying about the clarity. That how clarity arises, and what is the benefit of increasing clarity. Because when we are doing something, first thing what we have issued in the mind, the first thing we have issued in mind that whatever we are doing, it is beneficial for us. Otherwise, what we are doing, why we are doing, because something is beneficial for us, that is the only reason we should do, right? The more we understand that there are, yes, we should do something for feeling, yes, but the more focus we should give to those things which are beneficial for us. Yes, yeah. So now the point is that how clarity arises, how clarity increase. So the best thing to increase the clarity is to walk with facts. The guy who walk with beliefs is always end up in falling in confusion, and that confusion can stuck in their head, in their heart, and the guy himself or herself can stuck at that place if someone is walking through beliefs. But when someone is walking through facts, the guy who walk with the facts is not only walking in 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, he walked in infinite dimension in space and time. The guy who is walking with facts, like suppose some people who are not interested in knowing the space, all the people are living in the earthly thinking. At some perspective, their identity, their image, their position, or whatever they do, or to become only become on focusing on rich, because they think whatever the worldly status they have, that is the most important thing in the universe. I am not saying that is not important. It should important, because I am also the best artist scientist in the universe, and I want everything in the universe like that, and I will get it at any cost and anyhow, because I know I am the best in my work and in all the dimension in life. But that is the earthly thinking, but they are always all the time, in day and night, all the time they are thinking about that only in earthly eyes, whatever they called. So this is just some kind of a, this is not a, maybe this is not a belief, but they are bounded in a narrow approach. But when we are seeing that we came from the fundamental creation in the universe, which was stars, galaxy, we are seeing that we all are connected by geometry in all the dimension of life, when we are seeing that we all the life in the universe are connected by the life strings, when we all are seeing that all the lives, all the nature, all the plants, water, tea, vegetables, everything in the universe which is living, is we are one with the universe. When we are seeing it, when we are seeing the universal thinking, then our action and thinking start become universal. So see how much clarity we start having and how much clarity start arising in ourselves naturally, and how this clarity is arising in us, how we are moving forward from confusion to clarity automatically and naturally, because we are working with facts. Because we are working with facts, we are moving from confusion to clarity automatically. So that is the benefit, and that are the effects, and side effects of working with beliefs and working with facts. The more we work with beliefs, the more we get confused, and the more we work with facts, the more we become clear. The more we walk in the direction of clarity, and the more we walk with belief, the more we walk in the direction of confusion. So they are two different things. But I express everything, but one thing I am also want to tell again, that it is okay to be confused. There is nothing wrong in being confused, because confusion is the first step towards clarity. The guy who is not confused, he is not asking question enough. If you are confused and if I am confused, because we all are confused, because we are asking question, we are not understanding, and we are ready to find answer for them. We are creative, we are curious. So it is the best thing in the universe to be confused, and simultaneously we should be creative, we should be curious, we should be excited, we should be ignited, we should be filled with spark to find the answer for all the questions we have inside ourselves. So from confusion to clarity is the best thing in the universe. The more we get confused, the more we walk with clarity. Every day we travel a projectile motion. Every day we travel a projectile motion. The more we walk from confusion to clarity, the more we travel projectile motion. And it is the best thing in the universe to be confused. So confuse, man. Confuse everyone, man, woman, lady. And yeah, there's nothing like women, all are the girls. So yeah, get confused. So the more we get confused, the more we walk with clarity. And the more we walk with clarity, the more we are seeing that we are one with the universe. The more our thinking and action start one with the universe. And the more we are start spreading light and hope in the universe. And that's the most thing matter. That the people who are visionary enough, like scientist, artist and teacher, should spread light and hope in the universe as much as we can. We should do, because scientists and artists, we are closest to universe, we are closest to God. So we are the best people to spread light and hope in the universe, and we all should do. So yeah, it's okay to be confused, and it is best to move from confusion to clarity, because life is all about going from confusion to clarity. Thank you, everyone.